Hey guys, welcome to Troy Time. Hey, check it out. Today we got a really good one. We're continuing on with our series about our indoor DIY awesome vertical grow tower. This thing is amazing, guys. It takes up 1 square foot. We're on part 3. Okay, what we're doing is we've been starting from scratch and we're getting everything ready right from step 1 so that you can follow along. In part 1, we planted all of our larger seeds, our larger vegetables. So we planted tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and peas. In part 2, we came back and we planted our microgreens. We've got a large variety of microgreens and sprouts that we planted in part 2. And in part 3, we're going to finish up with our greens, okay? Greens are awesome, guys. If you could grow one thing, it would be these greens. These are no ordinary greens, guys. These greens are awesome. Let me tell you what makes it so good, okay? We are doing high density growing, okay? Which means we're doing baby lettuces and we're doing a lot of it in a very small space. And they grow very quickly, they're very nutritional, and they're awesome, right? Baby lettuce is so tender, it's so good, and it's actually more nutritious than the larger leaves. We're gonna grow it super fast. I'm gonna show you everything that we're doing coming up soon. The other thing that makes it awesome is that we're growing it on plates. Because we're growing it on plates, it's going to take up half as much space. Normally you would need some sort of tub or something like that, and then the lettuce would be on top of that. With this, the plate is completely flat. Lettuce almost seems to come out of nowhere. So you're really using half the vertical space. Essentially, you're growing twice as much in half the space. It's 4 times more efficient than growing regular heads of lettuce, and it's faster, and it's more nutritional. So plate lettuce is awesome. If you could do one thing, I say do the plate lettuces, right? But we're doing it all with this rack, guys. Let's get right to it so you can follow along. Okay guys, here we go. Back again with one of my favorite things to grow. You already know what it is. It's high density greens, right? We're going to be doing Paris Island romaine, right? Lettuce. And we're going to be doing pak choi. These are going to go on the racks and these are going to represent our greens. The pak choi we're going to grow and we're going to do cut and come again. So we're going to have 1 plate of the pak choi. The romaine lettuce, we're going to do succession planting, right? So we're going to have 4 different racks of this. But for today, we're just going to start with 1. So this is what that's going to look like. Here we have our old standby, guys. It's the green and white tray, right? With a single sheet of toilet paper. I use Scott toilet paper, just 1 ply, and I just put 2 strips of it, and that's just there to act like a net to catch the seeds. A light spritz, and that's just going to hold the toilet paper in place while we put the seeds down. We're aiming to put 100 seeds on this plate. You really want to shoot close to that number. If you get too many seeds and it's too dense, then it'll get too leggy. If you get 100, it seems to be just about right. And it makes the math easy too. I did 1 more light spritz after the seeds were laid down, and it looks like this, okay? So that's about 100 or something real close, and I'm not gonna sit here and count them, but if you got something along those lines, you'll be good to go. We're gonna harvest these in 28 days, and they're gonna make just for an awesome, just a huge carpet of awesome baby greens. It's awesome. Also notice that I've left a little blank space right here where I'm gonna put my watering jar. I'm gonna go right in there. Okay, something very similar right here with the pak choi. I've left a space for my little watering jug right there. And then there's about 100 seeds there, spaced out as evenly as you can get them, okay? Pak choi is awesome, guys. It's Chinese cabbage, in case you didn't know that. I love pak choi. It grows so fast. It's so good. I don't like it in salads because it does have a cabbage taste, but I love it in soups and I love it in stir fries. It's really, really good. It grows super fast. I love pak choi. We're going to do cut and come again. In 28 days, we're going to start harvesting the outer portion of these, and we're just going to cut and come again several times. It's going to be great. Anyways, that's what we're doing for the pak choi, and it's up next. Okay, guys, I'm going to prime the bottom green tray with 1 sort of standard glass of water filled to the top. Here it is versus a normal sized water bottle, so you can kind of gauge how much that is. But basically, you just want the fluid in the bottom green tray to be right in contact with the white mesh and just break the surface. Okay, guys, it looks about like that. And when I put the plate down, it's right in contact with the surface. Okay, guys, essentially you just hold your finger over the bottle and then you invert the bottle and lay it right on the tray. Although all the water will stay in the bottle, it'll be, as long as that lid is airtight, it will stay there. With the small seeds like the lettuce, you may get a little bit of float if there's too much motion, and some of the seeds may move around. That's okay, you can gently move them while they're in the water, or you can wait and for another couple days. Once they have a root, they'll be a little more settled. And a few days from now, after they have that root, you'll be able to adjust them on the plate so that they're in the right space. Here it is with the romaine lettuce, and here it is with the pak choi. And so these little bottles will just automatically water it. They're going to hold that water right at the perfect depth, okay? They're going to keep the seeds wet without drowning them, all right? Okay, guys, convention says that whenever you're growing things and you're starting seeds to germinate, you should cover them with some sort of humidity dome and block out the light. Okay, you don't really need to block out the light for greens, usually especially lettuce, so you don't necessarily have to do that. Conventionally, you would still have a humidity dome, but I'm not sure if it's even needed since we have the automatic watering system that we're using. I think there'll be plenty of humidity. I don't think that it's even needed. In my previous video, I did a green lid and a towel on top. This might be a smidgen unsightly, but remember, it's only going to be here for a couple days, 2 or 3 days until they start to get roots, and then you can take this off. It's probably not even needed though, but since this is going to be seen by a lot of people, I want to make sure these seeds actually germinate with no problems whatsoever. So that's why I'm using it here. You could use whatever you want to act as a humidity dome. There's lots of things that you could do, but the tinfoil is easy. You know, something like this here. This is $1.25 from the Dollar Tree. And that could replace that tinfoil easy, cut it to scale. We'll do a video of that coming up soon, show you that. Oh, by the way, look, it's Finn and Pepper. Awesome. I love those puppies. And obviously the light was just on for the camera. You do want these to be in the dark, so I'm not going to keep a light on these while they're germinating. On either one. Also of note, I could take the labels off of this bottle, and there's a lot of things you could do to clean it up and make it look nicer. Just consider this a prototype for right now. The results are going to be there, and it's going to work awesome. As we go further, we'll optimize things, we'll make it look nicer. But just realize how easy this is to grow these plants. Okay, guys, yeah, so that's just awesome, right? We're doing succession planting with our romaine lettuce. We're going to do a ton of romaine lettuce. And we're doing cut and come again with our pak choi. So that's just going to give us constant harvest. So anytime we want, we can just walk by and trim off a few leaves. It's going to work out awesome, going to give us a tons of greens. But here's another spectacular thing about this garden. If you watched video 2, then you saw how when we turned all the plates sideways, well, then we had what we call our sidebar. Or we could grow multiple things in one slot. So we'd have a main plate that we were growing somewhere, and then we'd have a secondary plate that we would grow alongside it. We called that our sidebar. With our microgreens and sprouts, our sidebar, we're using mason jars. And you should go back to that video and vote on which ones you want me to grow. There's a whole list of options there. Now with our high density greens, the 3rd week and the 4th week are going to completely take over their sections. They're going to be just bursting out of this rack. So there won't be room for an extra sidebar on week 3 or week 4. But weeks 1 and 2, that's different. The plants are going to be smaller. They're going to be contained within the edges of that rack, okay? So that means we'll be able to turn them sideways and we'll be able to have a sidebar. So for the sidebars on the greens, what I want to do is more plates, smaller plates, and it's awesome. So we're going to use smaller plates, and we've got lots of options of what we can do. Okay, our first option is to do specialty greens, right? So different specialty greens. If you wanted to see something like spinach, or if you wanted to see kale, or if you wanted to see Swiss chard and get a bunch of color up in there, one of those 3, or if you've got even more suggestions, let me know. All of those 3 can be grown high density, okay? And it's awesome. So we'll have our week 1 and week 2 in the rack, turned sideways, and right next to it, we'll have the sidebar of either a lettuce or a Swiss chard or a kale. The other options for our sidebars are to do herbs, okay? All kinds of herbs, right? We could do like a basil, and that would be just awesome. You know, if you wanted to use those tomatoes with the basil and have some sort of sauce. We could use like a cilantro. Some of you have already recommended cilantro from one of my previous videos. But if we did cilantro, we could start to do like a salsa with the tomatoes and the peppers and everything like that. We could do green onions as well to throw in a salsa, something like that, or any other herbs that you wanted to see. We could grow those herbs right alongside our week 1 and week 2 lettuces. So on the herb side, let me know what you want to see grow. Do you want to see basil, thyme, rosemary, cilantro, parsley? I don't know. Let me know what you want and we will make it happen. We will grow it right alongside our week 1 and week 2 lettuce plates, and we're just going to fill this entire rack up with food. All right, so let me just go over again everything we're growing on this rack, okay? Let's just go from the bottom up. Tomatoes, peppers, peas, cucumbers, pak choi, multiple romaine lettuces, multiple sprouts and microgreens with their additional sidebars, also herbs or specialty lettuces. This rack is going to be so jack full of food of all different types, so colorful, so good. I can't wait for this to happen. I hope you guys can envision it. I hope you can see it. It's going to be awesome. I hope you're doing it along with us. All right, guys, so that's what we got for today. Like this video, don't forget to comment and let us know what you want to see us grow. What do you want us growing in the sidebar from video 2? What do you want us growing as far as herbs or maybe specialty greens from this video here? Let me know, get your vote in. Get your votes in quick because we're getting ready to replant. Remember, it takes me a day or two to process these videos, so I'm actually 1 or 2 days ahead. I'm getting ready to replant in like another day or two. So get your comments in and then we'll plant those alongside when we replant our greens, when we replant our sprouts and microgreens, then we'll do those sidebars as well. But you got to get your votes in and let me know which ones you want to see. All right, guys, lots of great videos to come. I'm getting ready to harvest in just a couple days. So make sure you subscribe and come back often. There's lots to see here. We're going to have a great winter growing food indoors. We'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for being here, guys. This is Troy Time. I'm out.